Let's talk about the essential responsibilities and pitfalls faced by executors during the probate process in California. When navigating probate, numerous individuals come into play, such as probate attorneys, probate judges, the probate referee, and of course, the beneficiaries themselves. This video will uncover the 12 common mistakes that executors often encounter. But first, I want to say, my name is Dale Corpus from eXp Realty. I am a probate real estate expert based in the San Francisco Bay Area who helps families navigate through the probate process. Now let's jump right into the list of common mistakes. Mistake number 1, executor delay. It is essential to avoid prolonged delays in initiating the probate process after the passing of a loved one. You definitely don't need to start the probate process immediately once someone passes away. It is definitely understandable and okay to grieve, but timely action is also crucial to prevent future problems. Accumulating taxes and creditor claims can create complications over time, as creditors can become more pushy and aggressive, plus the heirs and beneficiaries can become more impatient. Mistake number 2, non-compliance with the terms of the will. It is vital for executors to adhere to the instructions stated in the will, even if the deceased expressed different wishes verbally. Here is an actual real example. Executor Janet shared with me that her grandmother had expressed her desire for each grandchild to receive $7,000 from her estate upon her passing. Janet naturally wanted to honor her grandmother's wishes. However, if Janet had distributed that total amount of $70,000 to the 10 grandchildren without following the instructions laid out in the will, it would have raised questions from her siblings who were the designated beneficiaries. They would rightfully inquire about the whereabouts of the $70,000. It is important to remember that even if a loved one communicated their wishes during their lifetime, those wishes must be officially documented in the will or in a living trust in the case of a probate. As an executor, one must adhere to the instructions outlined in the legal documents regardless of personal feelings or promises made. In this particular situation, the grandchildren did not receive the $7,000 each as requested by their grandmother, which was unfortunate. Mistake number 3, failure to make the portability election. Unless you are an estate attorney, you may not be familiar with the concept of portability. This election allows the surviving spouse to apply the deceased spouse's unused federal gift and estate tax exemptions to their own transfers. Making this election within the specified time frame is crucial to secure these benefits. Mistake number 4, premature payment of probate funds. As an executor or an administrator, you possess the authority to approve and pay creditor claims as well as distribute assets to beneficiaries. However, caution should be exercised when the estate lacks adequate funds to settle debts or honor all bequests mentioned in the will. It is important to remember that creditors hold priority when it comes to dispersing assets. According to legal requirements, the deceased individual's assets should be utilized to settle any outstanding debts owed to creditors. Failure to adhere to this law and prematurely distributing funds can result in personal liability for the executor. Mistake number 5, incomplete disclosure of probate assets. One common mistake that attorneys dislike when executors overlook certain assets during probate administration, discovering additional properties or financial accounts after the probate's closure necessitates additional legal proceedings and can be costly and time-consuming. Mistake number 6, lack of communication with beneficiaries. Failing to keep beneficiaries informed throughout the probate process can give rise to numerous issues. Frequent communication with beneficiaries is crucial to address any concerns or suspicions promptly, preventing the situation from escalating and potentially requiring legal intervention. Mistake number 7, failure to consolidate probate funds in an estate account. Executors have a primary responsibility to diligently manage the estate's assets and maintain accurate records of their actions. Collecting probate funds in a dedicated estate account is crucial for tax purposes, making distributions to heirs, and providing a final accounting of the probate process. Mistake number 8, confusion between probate and non-probate assets. Executors must differentiate between probate and non-probate assets and secure all probate assets as soon as possible. Non-probate assets typically have designated beneficiaries or joint ownership, while probate assets often require the involvement of the executor to distribute them properly. Mistake number 9, relying on friends instead of professionals. Probate can be a complex and emotionally challenging process, especially while dealing with the loss of a loved one. Attempting to handle everything independently during this time can lead to self-imposed stress and potential legal issues. Seeking professional assistance is highly recommended. Mistake number 10, ignoring claims against the estate. It is common for individuals to pass away while leaving unpaid bills behind. Ignoring such claims as an executor can result in personal liability. It is important to address and settle these outstanding debts appropriately. Mistake number 11, executor self-dealing. Executors must avoid in self-dealing, which involves personal gain from estate assets without proper authorization. An example of self-dealing involves Bob's father, who left behind a valuable Porsche worth $60,000 upon his passing. Bob had expressed his desire to acquire the car even though there was no written documentation stating his father's intention to gift it to him. Bob contemplated purchasing the Porsche for a significantly reduced price of $1,000 and depositing that amount into the estate account. This would have constituted in self-dealing. However, when Bob's brother discovered his plan, he sought legal advice, which promptly put an end to the situation. Unfortunately, Bob was unable to keep the Porsche. Instead, it had to be sold, and the resulting $60,000 was placed into the estate account for equal distribution among all beneficiaries. Mistake 12, mishandling tangible assets. When it comes to dividing tangible assets such as furnishings, computers, family photos, or valuable artwork, their distribution can be challenging. Executors should work closely with the beneficiaries to establish an equitable system for dividing these assets, ensuring equal treatment among all parties involved. These are the 12 common pitfalls that executors should be mindful of during the probate administration process. Thanks for checking out this video, and if you found this video helpful, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and stay informed on more probate-related topics and tips, and I look forward to sharing more valuable information with you in the future. See you on the next video.